Baik, seterusnya Belanjawan 2025 yang akan dibentangkan pada 18 Oktober depan dinanti dengan penuh harapan agar kerajaan akan meneruskan agenda melindungi persekitaran negara. Dan dalam belanjawan lalu, sebanyak 7.1 bilion ringgit diperuntukkan kepada Kementerian Sumber Asli dan Kelestarian Alam atau NRES berbanding 6.5 bilion ringgit pada tahun 2023. Namun pengerusi Malaysia Forest Fund MFF Dr. Yasmin Rashid berkata, Belanjawan 2025 perlu juga memperuntukkan kemudahan kewangan yang dapat menyokong usaha merintis lebih banyak projek karbon khususnya di seluruh negara. Dan menurut beliau, perjalanan masih jauh sebelum Malaysia dapat melihat pasaran karbon yang dibangunkan sepenuhnya di negara ini. Dan walau bagaimanapun, Malaysia berada di landasan yang tepat menuju ke arah negara yang lebih hijau dengan pelbagai inisiatif dilaksanakan di pelbagai sektor. Jadi untuk berbincang lanjut mengenai perkara ini, sudah bersama dengan saya dalam studio pada ketika ini adalah Ko Chuan Zhen, the Group CEO of and founder of Plus Xnergy. Perhaps we could start with, how do you see the situation right now? Like the President earlier said, we are there, we are getting there, but in a way still left behind if we compare to other countries in the region. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, I would say Malaysia, definitely we have a very good natural resources like solar and also the sun is really good. So I would say in the past few years, Malaysia, we are in quite a steady growth. I will quite steady, slow and steady to build the different infrastructure and also the ecosystem in the country itself. Definitely right now with the launch of NETR, which is a National Energy Transition Roadmap last year, the government set a really aggressive target and also the pledge would like to achieve 70% of the country energy it will power by renewable energy by 2050. I think it is something quite excited for everyone because after that, since last year, and also in this year, there's a lot of different policy launch by Petra. Yeah, which like we know about like LSS 5, and also we know LSS Sabah, or let's say CREST, which is Corporate Renewable Energy Financial Scheme, the supply scheme. So this is all the very exciting policy. Today, Malaysia, we have 25.9% of the country energy are from renewable energy, and solar is about 3.5 gigawatt. The goal is to achieve 70% of the country energy from renewable energy and then 57 gigawatt from solar. So if you look into, that's quite far from today. If you look into a more near-term, mid-term target, which is by 2030, the country would like to achieve about 31% of the energy from renewable energy, which is more than about 5% from today. And the solar, it will be double up from 3.5 gigawatt to 7 gigawatt from solar. So I think we are there with all this, the new policy launch, and also upcoming, we hope by 2025, the budget, it will have something more exciting for the government side to stimulate the market.
Okay, Mr. Goh, we have a lot to unpack here, and it's such a big topic when it comes to energy sector, especially green energy sector. So coming towards budget 2025, how can government actually address towards all these different type of energy? We have not just solar, like you mentioned earlier, we have wind, we have biomass. So how do, what do target? What should they target? Is it towards solar or towards wind or biomass? What's the focus right now?
Yeah, the focus right now for the whole country definitely is from solar. If you look into the NETR goal, 70% of renewable energy, 70% of the country energy by 2050 has to come from renewable energy. But the majority of it is from solar because Malaysia, we have a really rich source from sunlight. However, if compared with wind, we are quite lucky that we don't have typhoon or others, natural disaster because we are all surrounded by Indonesia. So that's why solar is still the main target, and then it will follow by the hydro power plants and also biomass and biogas.
Okay. Another thing that we can look at on green energy investment is about the financial incentives that includes tax breaks. We have subsidies that will be introduced and also expanded in the coming budget table. And how can all these financial initiatives can actually attract both local and foreign investments that can actually integrate or actually fosters these green initiatives in Malaysia?
Yeah, so I would like to put into the three different segments. One is for corporate, one is for local corporate, including local corporate and also the FDI. The other one is a local SME and also back to the individual. Yeah. So for corporate-wise, I would say definitely the government, one thing would be great if, let's say, they are able to remove the SST for solar equipment. because right now we still have to pay for that. So in order to make solar energy more affordable, at the huge these charges for SST for solar, if let's say you will be able to remove, it will be great. That's the first one for corporate. Secondly, the launching of CREST, which is a corporate renewable energy supply scheme, which is very good because they are able to attract more FDI who like to access to clean energy, especially for those corporate who have renewable energy 100 goal, RE100, which means they have to power 100% power by renewable energy. It will be something quite good for them to attract them. And also would be great if, let's say, CREST right now, they will be able to extend their target audience, target this purchaser from new power demand, which is a new investor in, to existing foreign investor. Where they existing running the business in Malaysia, they will be able to enjoy from CREST, which is they are able to buy the clean energy from solar power plant. That will be great. And the third one, I would say for corporate size, it will be great if, let's say, we can remove the NEM quota, because right now there's a cap for NEM quota for all the businesses and also for residential. So it will be great if, let's say, that one day we have no quota, which means you'll be able to
removing the quota.
Remove the quota, it will be best. So back to SME side, I think that's very important because there's a lot of SME right now, they need to get ready to go into like clean energy. So if, let's say, we are able to come to energize back this green GTFS, which is green investment, this green financing scheme, GTFS. So it will come with a corporate government guarantee. With government guarantee, the CGC guarantee, it will be able to help more this SME able to get their this loan for any solar investment, able to be more bankable when they are able to back by CGC. Last but not least, for individual, I would say it would be great if, let's say, for all the individual who invest in solar, let's say for their house, they will be able to enjoy the tax incentive, just like when we buy our laptop, that we're able to get the tax waiver. So I think these are the three segments. It would be great if, let's say, the government able to consider that.
Removing SST is one thing and making it more affordable to all the individuals and also SMEs is important. But when we talk about this adoption rate, especially towards in the rural and also remote areas, it's important as well for them to actually adapt and also use this renewable energy. So how can we actually, through this budget 2024, can we make it more accessible towards all these people in rural areas and also remote areas?
I think rural area and remote area in Malaysia, especially in Sabah, Sarawak, is really important. So in the past, government, they do have program from federal fund to enhance the infrastructures for all these rural area in terms of their use of energy. So it would be great if, let's say, the government able to continue those funds, for those rural areas, especially for school, to have more fund to finance on this microgrid. So for those rural areas with enhancement of solar technology and also battery technology today, you'll be able to have much better clean energy to power up their energy usage instead of using the traditional genset.
And let's relate to talk about this green energy and how we can relate it towards the adoption or the rise of data centers, especially in Malaysia. When we can see that the rise of data centers, it uses a lot more energy, and right now we use the carbon, so it's not very sustainable, as we per se. So how moving forward with this budget 2024, can we actually increase the rise of data centers, but at the same time reduce the usage of carbon fuel?
I think that's a very good point because Malaysia currently, the energy that we are already installed for power for Peninsula is 25 gigawatt. But for the data center which coming in, for Malaysia, we potentially will be the third largest data center in the country. It will be up to additional 11 gigawatt. So it's huge. So almost like 40% of our current energy it could come from data center. So definitely it has to come from renewable energy. So first, the launch of this CREST, which is a corporate renewable energy supply scheme, it will be very important for those new investment in, which they probably the government, they can put some regulation to regulate them or to enforce them have to purchase clean energy itself. So by this enforcement, you will be able to make sure all this additional energy demand from data center, somehow they have to get X% or maybe 50% or 80% of their energy from clean energy. That's one thing. Secondly, it could come from some this tax incentive, which is to enhance and also to encourage those foreign investors able to have some of a tax incentive when they are able to purchase clean energy. So this movement, not only you will able to attract more FDI in, especially for those data center investors, at the same time, you will be also able to create a local job opportunity and also project and also the career business opportunity for more people able to go in and also to further enhance on the country these clean energy infrastructures.
So do you think that now we need more radical policies towards this energy or green energy sector, or should we just maintain whatever that we have right now, but just revolutionize it to be better?
I would say the current policy, as per what the government announced today, is much better than before. Yeah, so probably just some of a little bit fine-tuned to make it more friendly. So like what the industrial player like us and also the different associations, Wishlist, as what I mentioned just now, yeah, it would be great if, let's say, the government, they will be able to hear it and also able to insert some of the opinion and the feedback from us.
How do you see the collaborations or the work towards between the federal government and how is the coordination with state governments working towards budget 2025, and how can they actually foster these initiatives?
Yeah, I would say it's very important because when the clean energy incentive, the initiative from the federal government to the different states, because like solar energy, definitely we need land. And all this land, definitely we have to go through the state government. So it would be great if, let's say, for all these different land approval for us to build solar power plants, it will be able to make it more smooth and seamless, without much more the different, very comprehensive and also the difficult process. And also the cross-department among the government department, the authority side, you'll be able to communicate with each other. Instead of running silo, they each have their own agenda. If, let's say, there's one common goal towards to clean energy
full government
country,
approach.
It will be very good. Yeah.
And so, coming from an industry expert yourself, so what's your wish list in this budget 2025 that we should take it from the 2024, but there's loopholes going on there. So what can we improve so that we can have a better budget in the future?
I would say in order to get the whole country move towards a more clean energy future, corporate is very important, play a very important role, because all the different businesses out there, we are generating this CO2. So it will be great. We know the country in the different area in the world, they have this carbon tax. So it would be great if, let's say, the Malaysian government, they give a clear timeline when the carbon tax they will apply in Malaysia. Let's say by 2026 will be the time. So probably by today, this year onward, or next year onward, we will have all the corporate, or even though for SME, we all have to get ready. Because when the carbon tax in, it will impact on all the businesses. So if, let's say, there's a clear timeline on carbon tax, for every one of us to get ready, it will be great. Then it will back to, like, as what I mentioned just now, the GTFS like financing scheme, or have more green bonds, so-called, and also the fund to make SME able to finance and also get a loan from solar energy. Personal side will be on the tax relief. If, let's say, every single houses they install solar, you'll be able to enjoy. And solar risk, which is this fund rebate. If, let's say, your house you install solar, you will be able to enjoy like 4,000 ringgit rebate. That's something very good. And also this make today the residential market in Malaysia.
You already have incentives before, right, for solar?
They have no incentive before, but just happened this year. So I would say all the rakyat, this wish list is you'll be able to have the extension of solar risk, from this year to next year. Because when this will be able to help for a lot of different rakyat in the country, because this is the only way and also a very good way to make solar more affordable.
And we hope for the next incentives would be no quota for the next time.
Yeah, no quota. That's
the only downside of it. All right, thank you so much. I would like to say thank you so much to Ko Chuan Zin, the Group CEO and also co-founder in Plus Xnergy, for your time, also for your insights and for helping us understand how we can integrate both these data centers and also green energy sector in Belanjawan 2025 that will be tabled on 18 October. And all of this discussion will be bring to astro-awani.com and all of our social media platforms.